So in this video, I am going to show you what I use my digital caliper for. And it's one of the most reached for measuring tools in my shop. So I'm going to go through just a few applications that I use it for quite a bit. But I also want you to leave a comment in the comment section at the end of this video and let me know what you use your digital caliper for. So the digital caliper is a must-have. It kind of revolutionized the way I work in my shop when I first started using it. I used to use one of these calipers that had a vernier scale on it. And when I would look at a thickness of something, this is in metric, I would bring it right over here and take these two and look and say, hey, this is about 11 millimeters. Well, I would rely on my eye too much to line up the line. Was that exactly on 11? So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to zero it out. See how these two pieces meet right here. And I'm going to open it up here and I'll measure it. It's actually 11.1. Now, the beauty of a digital caliper like this, whether you work in metric, imperial, I could take it like this. And look, they give me a fraction, that's 7/16, right? I can bring it back to metric, but also I can look at it in the point formula for inches, which I don't use. I know a lot of machinists use that. I'm using this most of the time as metric. Another application is also finding the diameter of a certain piece, and I can close that around, and you can see it's 32 millimeter. I use it to judge my diameters. So on a digital caliper, you have these these two pieces here. So I can get all my different dimensions. So if I look at that, that's 13.2 millimeter, and then I can grab it like this and I still get that read. I can actually take it and get my bore diameter like this, so an inside diameter, and obviously I can take it like this and grab my inside diameter. I know that's 20 millimeter. So that is another application I use all the time with my digital caliper. So another use for this that I use quite often for my digital caliper is I could take it just like this and I can bring it down and I can check the depth of that mortise just like that. And let's look at it. It's 6.5 millimeters deep. So checking your bore depth is so easy with a digital caliper. So one practical application I use my digital caliper for all the time is when I'm ripping narrow stock on my table saw, and I can check like all my rail and style stock I usually rip to 50 millimeter, and you can see, you know what, that's 50.17. that is absolutely perfect. So that's what I like to use in a practical way, a digital caliper. So one of the most common applications in my shop that I use a digital caliper for is thicknessing lumber. I know there's a scale right here and I can read it, but I don't know, I just don't trust it. So what I do, and you've seen this in our thickness planing video, I usually pull it off when I bottomed it out on the preset scale, and I'll come over and verify exactly that's the thickness I want, which is 3/4, which is 19 millimeter. So there you go. So now, off of the table saw and off of the planer, I have perfect rail and style material so I can get to making my cope and stick doors. So those are just some great applications. What are your favorite applications for a digital caliper? I think they're revolutionary, whether you work in fractional, decimal, or metric. So there you go. As I always say in these videos, be positive and stay sharp.